God bless everyone out there in Radio Land and in the internet world. This is Barry and Karen coming to you live from Embrace Marriage Ministries. And this is our Embracing Marriage Together podcast. And we thank God for you joining us today and being with us on the air. And so now, I know it took us a bit to get situated. That's why we did 5-minute counting, because we know that we're going to have a little bit of time to kind of get last minute things. And so now we're ready and we're ready to go. And we're in a series, we're in a 5-part series called 5 Things. And those 5 things your spouse should never say or do to you, each other. 5 things spouses should never say and do to each other. That's what it actually is. So it's 5 things series, and we have done 1 through 3, and we're on 4 now. We're going to close out our schedule. According to our schedule, we're going to start off Sunday like we did before, and we're going to finish it on the day we started. And then Monday, we're going to start a whole new series of lessons on personality traits. And we're going to do that. And we're going to talk about personality traits, and we're going to go through a week of that, talking about the first particular trait. See if you fit in there. So if you happen to be listening to this and you want to get an idea of what kind of personality you are, what I'm going to do at the end of the actual first lesson, I'm going to put a link on there so you can take the test. It's in 16personality.com. There's 16 personality. And so it's actually a test you can take to find out these different personality traits. So, like I said, we went through this progress. Camera is like, zoom in. There we go. So now, like I said, we are going to do number 4 of this series. Number 1, actually, we go through them, and then we'll go to the one we're going to do. The first one we did that one. Our first one we did was never compare your spouse to anyone of the opposite sex. And then the second one was never disrespect each other in public for wrongs done. Third one was never include other people in your conflicts. That was a pretty good one. And tonight we're going to be doing never put anyone or anything before your marriage with it to each other except God. So we're going to look at priorities. That's what we're going to look at. Pull camera, just zoom in when we want. Some white situate.
Right.
Okay.
Find the monotone stuff.
Yeah, make sure it look good.
Yeah.
Make sure we ain't roboting again.
Yeah, my apologies. I have a tablet going and a phone, so I have 2 different apps trying to monitor.
Yeah, she's a moderator, I guess. Yeah, actually she is. She actually is a moderator to our stream. One of the moderators. We got 4 of them, and she's one of them. And so the priorities is what we're going to be talking about. Don't they put anything or anyone before your marriage to each other except God? The reason why I say except God because that's what we're talking about, priorities. And when everything is out of line or the priorities are out of sync, is things go wrong.
Yes.
Everybody got their own belief system about what's more important in their life, because your priority is what's the most important thing. And so you put the most important thing before in a sequence. Some people put their job before their marriage. Some people put their marriage before their jobs. Others put God before their marriage, and some people put marriage before their God. Some people put their husband before their wife, before their children, or their children before their spouse, and it's priorities. It's what takes the number 1 spot in your life. And a lot of times we have a tendency to allow the wrong things to take the number 1 spot. And there's a certain order of things. God's a God of order. And it's a certain things that for it to work properly, we have to work according to the established order. Now, there's a scripture in the Bible that talks about the order that God has for us. Let me get a scripture. You go my over here, and we'll do that. So I was going to do it a different way, so I didn't have scripture for it. It's 3. Because a lot of times what we do is put things in the wrong order, and when we do that, like I said, it messes up everything. So I have no idea what it is, but I want to make sure I got the right one. No,
Oh, you don't.
I'm going a different way. Talking about priorities, that one don't fit priority. It kind of does, but y'all give me a moment. I'll find it. Yeah, because a lot of times, like I said, we have a tendency to put things in the wrong order. I need to change translation. Go to the good old King James right now. I say. So how are you, wife?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, well, we sometimes we have to fight through this because I tell you, boy, it gets to the point where you get tired. Like I say, she works hard and even though I'm at home, like I say, I still do things, get ready for this. And so yeah, it's more mental than it is anything else. I mean, I could probably quote it quicker than I can find it. What the scripture actually is talking about what he said, I want you to know, brother, that the head of every man is Christ. The head of Christ is God, Father. And the head of the woman is the man. Now, the head, he say the head of every man is Christ, but it didn't say the head of every woman is man. It said the head of her husband is the only one that's her head. What we call it is basically the chain of order that God has set up, and it's not that God's trying to put us under the thumb of someone else, but He has established order.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, the thing is that what happens is that so in a man's life, say for example in my life, there is God. Of course, there's Christ, He's Lord of my life. Then there's my wife. Then there's my kids. My family. Then there's whatever career I have, and then everything else falls under that. Even church, recreation, stuff like that. The most important things in your life have to be able to maintain that place. And whenever you put, especially for God. Now, like I said, I know a lot of you listening to this might not believe in God or believe in God. They believe in some kind of God, some kind of God. You believe in the universe, all that kind of foolishness. But I'm not judging whatever you believe in as you. But the thing is, we believe in Christ. We're Christians. We've been Christian, Christian nation, I hope. But the most part, we are believing in Christ. So we have He is Lord of our lives, and He has to be a priority. Now, He is my direct authority. His basically is what it is. His head, your direct authority. And I am hers.
Right.
So, and the kids, she's the kids' direct authority. Although they're grown, they fall under that thing. But when you put other things that can't maintain that place,
right,
like you put yourself as the direct authority over God, then guess what? You're not able to hold that spot.
That's it.
You're not able to hold that position because you can't run your life. And a lot of times what we put in our priorities now, I think that can control our lives. It will control our lives, really. It'll dictate what we do, how we feel, where we go, what we do. It'll control us, and our feelings, our emotions, our thoughts, our actions, our habits will be controlled by that very thing. There's a word for that. It's an addiction.
Yeah.
And it's also idolatry.
Exactly. That's what I was going after.
Yeah. So idolatry. When you put something over before God, that's idolatry. But when you allow something to control your life, then in every aspect of your life, that's an addiction.
Right.
Even your addiction sometimes becomes your idol because you worship that thing more than you worship God. And an idol is there anything in your life that takes a place of the worship that you should give to God, or the time, or the attention that you should give to God? The scripture says, God says that he will have no other gods before him. So the priority is that you put other people or other things,
Your
hobbies and actions, whatever you do, you put that for God. And you think, and so God is, you can't run your life and allow it can't run your life. It just can't. It can't control. It can control your life for either the worse, but it's not going to control it for the better.
No.
The person in your life that you give veneration or worship to something, it no longer is in a low place with you. Now it's the main thing.
Right.
It's not the second best. It is the best. It is the main thing.
Yeah.
And a lot of times in life we switch priorities. We put our careers before our families. If we're pastors, and I've seen this happen, I've seen pastors who have put their church before their family, and their family suffered because the church got everything that the family needed.
Right.
They needed him to be a father. They needed him to be a husband. They needed him to be a provider, which he probably is through the church, or if he's working still through his job. But they don't have him.
Exactly.
The church got him. The church has him every single time you turn around. They're calling him, they're asking for him. They want him to go here and pray for this month. They want him to go to a funeral. They want him to pray for a loved one. They want him to be there when somebody's in a car wreck. They want him to counsel them when they're in a bad marriage. They want him to deal with them when their children are acting up. They want him to help them when they get in an addiction. They want to help them when they do this and that. But they never consider the fact that that man has a wife and kids that need him. They don't care about that. They care about the fact that he is at their beck and call.
That's it.
Although he's a servant, he is not a slave.
That's it.
So if you're in a church and you have a pastor that you know that has a family, when he's not there, let him be with his family. Don't call his house. Now that's what I see why some pastors do what they do. Some folks say, hey, you know what, that pastor, you know, he don't deal with the people and all this other. Some people are like that. My spiritual father was he's like that. He's with his, you know, he goes amongst his sheep. Some of them ain't like that, but there's a
Sometimes
reason.
you have to make a appointment.
You have to make an appointment to see him. Now, the pastor right now, I had to make an appointment to see him, but he's holding the two positions too now. He's one of our city councilmen, and he's also a pastor of a church. So he has to make, you have to make the time.
Yes.
And he enjoys it every time, you know, because he don't see that often. I used to do it like every month, but then when he started getting busy, I kind of slacked off. But I said, well, every once in a while, I'd go see him. You know, as far as talk to him. I see him every Sunday, but I mean, as far as sit down and just having to talk with him, you know, I don't even come to them and nothing. I just go to his pastor, just come see how you doing. Everything good? And he tell me, you know, he'll share with me some things, and I guess I'm easy to talk to maybe. And he'll share some things in his heart, what he has going on, and men do that. If you see another guy they can just share their vision with, they'll just share that and just bounce it off you, kind of see what you think and stuff like that. Because they be in thought constantly. You know, we be in thought about all kinds of stuff. So that's a lot of times you'll have your husband come to you and say, hey, I got an idea. He's been bouncing that thing around his head for a while. He just wants to see what you think about it. So, and I do want it like that. I'll come to her, well, we're going to start such and such and such. I've been thinking about it for a while. And she'll be like, oh, you just sprung it on me. But no, it's been, to me, it's not just started. It's just been, I just making sure how everything fits before I bring it out to the open. But the thing is, I've seen that happen. I've seen people put their jobs before their marriage, and the marriage suffered. People who worked at nights, like when we worked at the hospital, we had a lot of nurses that worked at night, and husbands cheating in the daytime.
Oh yeah.
Because they didn't see them.
Never there.
Never there. Because their husbands worked in the daytime, and then when he get home, she going to work. And we had that happen to us, not the divorce part, but I mean, for us, our not seeing each other. My wife used to work mornings, and I worked evenings. And it was vice versa for one time. She was working like that, 2 to something in the morning, you was working late, no, you was working late to the morning, something like that. I know one time I used to do a 10 to 6 shift, and I would see her till the next day.
Right.
And then she'd go to work, and the only time I would see her is my off days. And but when recently, when I was working evenings before I went to days on my last job, I went to days and to keep from, because it was affecting our marriage.
Yeah.
Because I never see her, and the only time I saw her was when I dropped off and when I picked her up. That was it.
Yeah, by the time you would get in, I would be knocked out sleeping.
Yeah.
You getting off at 11, and by the time you make it in, I'm hot.
Yeah.
Because I would have to be up at 5 something in the morning.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then another thing that we had went through, like I said, we said about the jobs. Because at one while I wasn't trusting to go like I should, and so I was more dependent on the payroll check and the check. So I was trying to get all the overtime they was offering. So I know at one point I was putting, putting the jobs out like they say all overtime, and I was jumping on it, knowing that I could have taken that time to spend with him.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna get this money, I'm gonna make this money. But so I had to learn throughout the course of time that, hey, turn on this overtime and use, go out, the Lord to provide.
Yeah.
And I had to.
She got the trust God speech from me a few times. I'm like, babe, I say, you got this, well, we got this going. Say, babe, really, honestly, I say, we really not struggling like that. Well, you be working like that. And really, honestly, we weren't, because she manages our money well. So really, we weren't. I mean, I was like, why is she doing this? Because we really don't have to. But then I think one particular time she was doing it. Other time she really was doing it before she stopped doing it. It was during the holidays, so she would get enough money extra, so she could get the gifts these grandkids wanted. So now she manages her money so well. Our money so well, we don't have to do that. She don't have to work no extras, and I didn't either. A few times I had to work over, but as far as extra, no. I tell them in a minute, I don't need it. Well, I want you to, we had the supervisor, I used to have, he ain't there no more, but he used to always throw us in plate. He wouldn't ask us. He just put us on schedule and tell us when we see, oh, by the way, I thought you were working. Nah, bro, you need to let me know something. I got plans for that day. You don't just tell somebody they're going to be on schedule and, and not talk to them first and say, hey, are you going to be available for this day? So he stopped doing that, and he started asking, hey, you going to be available for it? And I had faith with nobody cared for him, but I watched him, but I didn't, they treated him any different. I treated him pretty good. Yeah. So he started treating me different. He started saying, hey, he started asking me, saying, you going to be available for that day when you think you'll be able to do it. And I tell him, yeah, no, So, rest of me still on schedule. He's like, but,
yeah, another thing, I'm just going to talk about my life experience.
Okay.
That I had to learn that I would like to share.
Take a minute
I had to learn that, because, I was the type, the shopping and going.
Yeah.
And I realized that was taking up a lot of time also between us. So I would just go so much and just go, had to go shopping, go here, go there, go buy this, go get this, go do, just going and just doing so much.
Yeah.
And I realized that was eating up a whole lot of our quality time that we could have together.
Yeah.
And then another thing I had to get under control was the social media.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, my.
Before, we're better now. I mean, she'll
Yeah.
go in there and
Oh,
she'll
yeah.
talk to. The only time she'll get on and talk to our granddaughters. Got
Yeah.
twin granddaughters.
But when it was new,
And it was new.
oh yeah, when it was new, under the little cell phone, stayed in my face. Facebook, 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 scrolling this and going and going and going and going. Scrolling, had to see what everybody was doing, what they saying, what's going on. Facebook, Facebook, Facebook. Just,
Yes, it.
I was this countless time and hours, this, you know, and with that,
It be wild.
with, you
It
know,
be
on
long
that
period. As soon
phone.
as she got over
and
work till
honey,
she went to sleep.
I'd be on that on them social media, one app to another, one to another one, you know, and not even giving him no time, no attention, nothing. You know, I get off work, take a bath, cooking, eating, I'm
On the bed.
phone in the hand.
And I wasn't no better, cause I would come home and I get on the PlayStation and stuff or Xbox, whichever one I felt like that evening. I used to play till I go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
And cause she be on the phone, I mean, like, I ain't gonna sit here and just.
Yeah.
Now, if she do get on it, you know, and the amazing part about it, we still talk to each other. A lot of people say, "Oh, you need to have face-to-face conversation, and you need to put down the phone." That's true,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is true. I agree.
but I agree. But here's the thing: our relationship is so good at as far as our friendship part of it. We conversate with each other no matter what we doing.
Mm-hmm.
Cause she be in the kitchen cooking, I can be sitting right here in front of this computer, and we'll just talk about stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
Or I'll ask her a question out just out the blue, you know, about something in her life, or you know, I'll ask her, you know, like I bust out and ask her, you know, who's her first boyfriend, or what was it like when you was living in such and such a place, and see that caught a conversation really, and she still talked to me regardless of when, and I had to just kind of stop doing what I was doing and listen to her,
Right.
because some things I could do without without it distracting, but certain things. I can't look at a movie, you know, like I'm saying, I look at something, I can't be looking at something while she talking because I'm trying to hear both of them.
Right.
And I tend to do that. Will hear both of them.
Yeah.
I hear what she's saying, but I won't hear it as clearly because I'll hear one thing and hear both. So I have to do something that's I would normally won't have to talk to or listen to. Like I can play a game and talk to her because there's no talking. As long as they're not talking to me, like I can't watch Twitch or I can't watch YouTube or I can't watch a movie, Netflix, nothing. I just have to say, hey, I'll just turn around and just look at them. And but yeah, that's the thing. You have to know. But going back to things have to be in its proper place. And if it's not in its proper place, you can let things come in your marriage or come in between your marriage that can mess your marriage up.
And here lies the conflict because now you in this struggle.
Yeah.
Because I'm wanting his attention.
Yeah.
And he's wanting my attention. Now we're doing stuff. You do little stuff, and I call it fighting for their attention.
Yeah.
Well, I'm starting to. I say like one while I would say, well, it's 9 o'clock.
Yes, you would say that.
It's 10 o'clock. It's 11 o'clock. You still gaming. It's gaming. So, and I wanted his attention. So after a while, if you're not careful,
Yeah.
you know, that stuff will bring conflict because you want the quality time.
Yeah.
And now you spending all this time, you know, on the phone. You're spending all this time on social media. You're spending all this time at the mall, hanging out with the friends and hanging out, you know, and just, you know, busy. And I had to learn to, you know, slow this down and stop letting so much come between us. Because, I mean, like I say, and even with the parents,
Yeah.
you know, we had a few little times, you know, had to, you know, if you're not careful, your parents will come in and they'll start taking your time, you know, and you're supposed to take care. I'm a firm believer you are supposed to take care of your parents, be there for your parents every day, but you can't be at their every beck and call. I know we do love our mama, we do try to be there for them as much as you can. Hey, but sometimes you have to draw the line.
Yeah.
You know, especially if they this needy. You know, you have to, even when you have parents, you have to draw boundaries. We had to learn we had to set some boundaries.
Yeah.
With our, you know, when you have kids and parents and friends and family, whoever. You have to set some kind of boundaries where you have to sometimes say no. Because we had to realize a lot of stuff we was doing, it was taking up our time, just ripping and running and ripping and running and going and going and going.
Yes.
And I'm like, wait a minute, I am burning out fast. I'm wore out, I'm tired. Don't have time for him, he ain't got time for me. And I mean, I'll just be like, whoa, just
Just
going.
doing.
You know, and I say no, we had to set some boundaries. I was like, man, because I mean, people will just run you just raggedy in the ground.
Like I was saying earlier, I said they don't care about that.
No.
Because all they care about is what you can do for them. And that's the other area of priority, setting
Right.
priorities and setting boundaries in your life, and not allowing putting fences up, not allowing certain things to come into your marriage and interfere with that time.
Yeah.
We was talking about something that well, two things actually that comes to mind. One was we was listening to a broadcast, and we was talking about that earlier. I think one of the other parts was talking about this lady who called into this radio station. It was about married couple. They were marriage ministries, I think, or something. And she was a call in line. She called in, and he asked her about. She asked her what was her question or whatever. So she gave him the story. They were she was married to this guy who had kids from a previous marriage. They had joint custody, but she's now married to the guy, but the ex was kind of inconsiderate of their time. She would not let them know if she had something going on. She would let them know in advance. She would just drop the kids off, and they had plans for something. They'd have to stop their plans and for his kids and different things like that. And she says the kids don't respect her because of the fact that what's going on with the ex is saying crazy stuff about her, and so the kids don't respect her. What should I do about the situation? Well, the guy answered her this. Basically, I don't know, I can't remember the whole thing, but basically what he told her, she suck up and deal with, that's his kids, and nothing comes between him and his kids.
Yeah.
He just told the woman that he's married to that nothing comes between him and his kids. Now, I agree with that if he was single.
Yes.
If he was a single man, divorced, and he hadn't remarried, and someone else outside of that, his priority at that time, they his kids, but that's his wife now.
Right.
His wife is his priority. She took the place of the other one that left. Yeah, he got kids by her, but his other ex-wife is not considering their time. He's not considering his marriage. He has no respect for his marriage. So she tell the kids how to disrespect his new wife, and she just do stuff out of spite.
Right.
So he told her to just suck it up because nothing comes between his kids. He can't. You just got to deal with it. No, she don't.
No.
She got real quiet. I would have said no. I said we had to sit down. We was on our way. I was picking her up, and we was driving when we was listening to this. It was on the radio, and I was like, well, how would we answer that? And I said, I'd have told her this. I said, number one, she had to realize that you're his wife now, and she got to respect his time with you, because now y'all were together, yes. Y'all have kids together, yes. I don't have no problem with you bringing them kids over here. But you got to respect us. You got to let us know if ahead of time, because we have plans for you. They had just got married. They hadn't been married that long. They were newlywed. Give me time to get some. Or you start bringing them and dropping them over here. She wouldn't respect their privacy. So they have to, what he should have told her is set some boundaries.
Yes.
He should have set up.
According to the word of God.
Yeah.
He should have gave her the advice according to the word of God.
That's right.
Because according to the word of God is God and your your husband,
Mhm.
the wife, and the kids.
Yeah. Yeah, knock them out here kids first, and then your wife,
Right.
treating her like she's the next
Yeah,
thing down.
yeah.
No,
So he really didn't answer that question according to the word of God.
no. And now this is a guy that we listened to later on. We listened to that was he. You know, I think that was just one of the kind of things he just could not. Really, that was something you just couldn't answer in like 30 seconds.
No, you needed some time.
It needed some time for him to say, "Hey, I'll tell you what."
Mm-hmm.
I would have said, "Look, that's a lot to say, to process right now. I'll tell you what."
Mm-hmm.
I said, "We're gonna give you a number. You can call us and get a hold of us. We'll talk at more length because right now, whatever answer I give you is not gonna be a good one because of the time frame that we on. Fix it like that. Don't just outright just say something like that.
No.
There's a priority that God has set so that because God's got an order. If you don't follow the order, that's like anything. If you don't follow the recipe for a cake, you're gonna have a mess.
Mm-hmm.
If something is out of order, you don't and if you don't put the right measurement, if you don't put the right type, if you don't, you can substitute certain things.
Right.
But you can't alter the basics of the recipe that make that cake that makes it a cake.
Mm-hmm.
Either you're gonna change it. If you take away something, it's gonna become something else.
Mm-hmm.
So if we put something in our marriage or let something come in our marriage that's not a part of that marriage, it changes what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like you got these people got these open marriages.
Yeah.
What kind of foolishness is that?
That's very foolish.
Ain't no such thing as no open marriage. Ain't nothing open by marriage other than the fact that you have to have open communication, open honesty, and you have open fellowship and open sexuality with your spouse. That's the only thing open about that.
Yeah.
But everything else is exclusive. This is an exclusive club and nobody else can come in. It's not. That is not something that you want to allow open.
No.
I'll get me a extra chick. You get your extra man, and we all come together. What kind of craziness? See, that's what the perversity of man had gotten to.
Mm-hmm.
Or you got them where now you got marriages where they having menage a trois and all this other stupid stuff that does not enhance the marriage. It destroys it.
That's it.
Even some therapists even suggest you have threesomes to spice up your marriage.
Oh,
no.
Yeah. They suggest all kind of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Suggest you look at porn together. I'm like, y'all losing y'all.
No. You got to, if you put something in your marriage that does not supposed to be there, it changes what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you take something away from it, that's supposed to be there.
Mm-hmm.
The foundations of your marriage, if you take away from that, you change what it is.
Right.
I'm gonna just say it, and some people gonna be mad. I don't care because this is what we believe. Marriage is between a man and a woman.
Yes.
Not one that thinks he's a woman, not one that thinks she's a man, but a born gender man, born gender woman. When you try to put something else in there, you change what it is. If you take a chemical, add one different time, add certain proton electrons to it or whatever, you change what it is.
Right.
It's not marriage anymore. It's perverted. It's twisted. It's against nature. Read Romans 1. The reason why a lot of this stuff is happening is because people have they have thrown God out of knowledge now. As you can see, nobody talking about God.
No.
Because he's no longer the priority.
No.
Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, then all these things shall be added unto you. He's the priority.
That's it.
He is the main thing. That's why I put except God. He's the only one that takes priority and over everything. He is.
That's it.
Now, you got something to say, babes? I'm done soapboxing.
I know how since I can share my little since I can share my little story. Yeah, but so that was what I was sharing earlier.
Yeah.
A lot of times, like I say, because we can't get so busy,
Yeah.
especially if you big hearted, good hearted, and don't mind doing, for people. But I had to learn how to, prioritize too, and put, and get some, get my ducks in a row.
Yeah.
So I had to learn that because, like I said, because I just go and go and go, and sometimes I forget all about them, just doing so much.
Yeah.
But the stuff I would do, it would be things that we need and this and that. And sometimes I have to say, you need to go on the way. I be like, no.
Yeah.
I have to make myself just say no. We don't need it today.
Yeah.
So I have to prioritize the needs. I said, no, we could do it. I'll just go home and have some time together.
Yeah.
Because I know if I get in the store, honey.
45 minutes, an hour and a half.
Yeah. So by the
Which
time
I don't complain. I say, I sit in the car shock. I ain't got
so
nothing
by
to
the
do.
time I walk around Walmart and all that
She
and get
don't do
home
nothing.
and come back and eat and bathe, honey, there ain't no quality time, ain't no nothing. I'm finna crash out after that.
That's
so,
why sometimes we just wait till after the podcast to eat, because we eat before it, it's over.
Yeah.
We don't want to do nothing. But we fight through it because we know that we're helping people, and that's what it's about.
Yeah. So like I say, 'cause I had to learn, and I had to learn how to tell people, because everybody would come through me.
Yeah.
They would never come. I guess he had more boundaries than me.
Yeah, I put a whole lot
So
of pounds.
he really helped me out with that because I
Yeah.
mean, like, he seen how people was taking advantage. So and when I started getting hip to it, and he be like, so I said, well, now you have to ask my husband, or if it was his mom, she would try to come through me.
Yeah.
And I say, no, I had to make her, even though that's your son, but you still gonna have to make, this is, we married.
Yeah.
It's not no individual, your son and Karen. No, we husband and wife, so so I had to make her, respect the marriage.
Yeah.
So you have to respect our marriage. And so she would call me and ask me, can I go to the store? Number one, I don't know how to drive. So I'm like, you're gonna have to ask
You're going to have to ask
Miss
him.
me. I said, you got to ask him, because right now we have boundaries set, we have things in order. I
Yeah.
can't let you put you before, you my mother-in-law.
Yeah.
I can't put you before him. And I can't make him, and vice versa. But
Yeah.
whoever it was in the family, we had to come to grips with that.
Yeah.
Because he's priority.
Yeah.
Besides God, he was priority, and I had to get that. Because
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, we coming. Yeah, we on the way. Yeah.
I'll be hot. I'll be like,
He would.
such and such will be what? I'll be hot because I'll be like, man, especially if I didn't want to do it.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be like, and that's because there were a few times she asked me to do stuff. I'm like, man, I don't feel like fooling with that. But I was like, okay,
Yeah.
so that was something for the kids. I'm making sure that I wanted to see that anytime they need me, I was there for them. So I never turned them down. Like my daughter, she lives in Bad Back, Egypt, and she wanted a tire change. Well, I went all the way to Bad Back, Egypt. It was night too, and now I was like, you know what, it was hot. So but I went because I like to say they are kids, and I don't want to turn them down.
Yeah.
And so there are certain times where I was like, she got to deal with that tomorrow. Sometimes I'll put the foot down and just say, no, we ain't finna do that.
So
But-
I had to realize that, when it come down to that, a lot of it I had to learn from.
Yeah.
I really had to.
Yeah, we both taught each other a lot of things, and boundaries. I learned how to put boundaries a long time ago, so
Yeah.
I had to. And I hear through a lot of stuff. I said, no, babe, no, you can't let them do that.
Right.
I said, it's gonna have to be a cutting off point. You're gonna have to say no sometimes. I told a girl one time, we used to work, you had to learn that she was like that. Just every time her family come, all she do it. She was tired because she worked at night. And I said, girl, look, you're gonna have to learn the art of saying no. That's a lesson we're gonna probably do too. Learning the art of saying no.
With a smile on your
smile
face.
on your face, with no guilt and no regret.
And no shame.
And no shame. Because you know why? Because a lot of people, if you give them a yes, a lot of times, they'll keep thinking you're gonna do it every single time. You only do it once for some people, and they'll think you do it every time. You know, help them out on a bill, they'll come bring you the bill next month. They're thinking you're gonna pay it again. No. What was you doing before I didn't pay it? I'm doing this as one. You know, you get one. I used to say that a lot too. So I tell you, you get one. I go back to saying, you know, you get one. That's it. After that, you can handle it however way you want to handle it after that.
Yeah. And like I say, we gotten a whole lot better with that, you know,
Yeah.
making each other priority, because like I say, it wasn't always like that.
No.
In the beginning, it was a process, and we did have to learn and apply a whole lot of principles, because I would be fighting and screaming and yelling and hollering because, you know, want attention, want his
Yeah.
attention, want his time and his attention.
Yeah.
And I feel like, well, hey, you idolizing this. And you own this too long. You own this too much. It's like I don't even exist. You know, you will get to that point where you feel like, well, hey, I'm just totally being ignored. Am I just your do girl in here? You know, get this, get that, cook that, fetch me this, fetch me that. You know, and you start feeling like, you know, hey, is it more to me? Is it more to me than this?
Yeah.
You know, cooking and cleaning and you know, doing wifely duties. So you'll find yourself in a conflict, just wanting time and attention, but because your priorities are so all over the place,
Yeah.
you know, and well, yeah, we had some conflict over this, you know, not like I say, no wisdom, no knowledge. This caught up in self. Only person was
That's
priority
awesome.
was me. I was my own priority. He was his own priority. and that's how it was, you know, in the beginning. But so we had to learn to, hey, this cut some of this off.
Yeah.
Cut some of this short. Turn that game off. I had to start. I come in, I turn that phone off. Yeah, so you'll find yourself just butting heads, wanting that time, and you start getting resentful. I started hating the games. I started hating everything he was doing because I felt like he was putting this before me.
Yeah.
You know,
I know, right? Thank you for, Quantum Generator. I appreciate you. Yeah, we did work it out.
Yeah. So yeah, this was like in the beginning, like say this was
It
in
took a while.
Yeah. So we had to learn how to make each other God and each other party first, and not things, and not just binging out, because like I say, I resented other and you know, just wanted his time, his attention, and I feel like, well, you know, darn, this all you do is game, on the computer. Like I felt like I just didn't exist.
Yeah.
So now he made the necessary changes to make sure that God and me is priority.
Yeah.
You know, so, and then we do the kids, the grandkids.
Yeah.
So you have to get your ducks in a row, because if you're not careful, you will be in a conflict.
Yes, for some people, marriage like land or dream job, and a couple years later demanding half ownership in the business that hired you. Yeah. Sometimes that's how it is.
Yeah.
Because that's how some people treat it. Because they have they'll put so much attention in the wedding that
Right.
they forget about putting attention on how to be a husband or a wife. They focus on being a bride or a groom, but they never focus on being a husband and a wife.
Right.
Because that's why, you know, a lot of people, that's where they dump most of their money in their life in the two areas of marriage. One, the wedding. Two, the divorce.
Yeah, it's not careful.
Yeah, because you dump all your money in those two areas of life, but you forgot in between you didn't try to be husband and wife.
Right.
You took on roles that you didn't have before. You was like, in my case, I was never married before. My wife was never married before. But you got some people who have been married previously that had taken on roles as a husband and wife. But then if you hadn't been married, like we had a person we knew, she was infatuated with being married.
Yeah.
She was infatuated in being a bride, and she was so focused on being a bride that when they finally did get married, she couldn't be a wife because you cease being a bride after the wedding. After you say I do and y'all kiss and y'all go on y'all merry way and go to the honeymoon, after that, it's wife and husband time.
It sure is.
It's time for you to become one. This journey starts then.
Yeah.
Doesn't start at the altar. It starts after the honeymoon. After you have consummated the marriage and everything, Now it's time for you to put in some work,
Right.
cause it's work.
It is.
I'm not gonna tell anybody that's. I tell everybody that's new that hadn't been married and engaged and stuff. I tell it's work.
Mm-hmm.
I told a girl one time. I told her, I said, hey, if you're not willing to put in some work, then you might well not be married, because it takes work.
It do. It take a lot.
It takes work.
It's give and take.
Not saying it's hard,
No, it's not hard.
but it's a good kind of work.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna go through some things together. You're gonna learn some things together. You're gonna
Teach each other.
Teach each other. So
Learn
it's
from
gonna
each
take.
other, yeah.
But you gotta put up boundaries, and you can't let anything else be in your marriage that's not supposed to be there. And like I said before, if you allow things to come in your marriage that's not supposed to be in it, it changes what it is fast. So we thank God for each and every one of you that have come in, those that have spoken, and even those that have learned and listened. We pray that we said something that was a blessing to you and helped you in your journey in this life, whatever form. We just pray for you that you would be successful in every area of your life. And if you need us to pray for you, or you just need us to need to share a testimony or whatever, you can go to our website, embracingmarriagetogether.com/contact. You can just type in Embracing Marriage Ministries, and you can search that, and the website will come up. You can go there. All our links for our social media are on there, and you can go and then click on. It'll take you to our YouTube. If you want to get notifications from each and every one of these platforms, like if you listen to us on YouTube, not only subscribe, but hit the bell by it so you can get notifications, so you could be able to get know when we come on. Also on Twitch, the same thing. You set your notifications where you'll be able to know when we are on the air. And also, you can check us out on Twitter. That's another way you can reach us on our Twitter. Is also, like I say, it's on our website, but it's at Embrace ULTD. Which means Brace Unlimited. You can go there and leave us a direct message, DM. Hit us in the DMs. And send a prayer request that way, or a testimony, or a question if you have them. Like I said, we're going to be concluding this series on Sunday. We're going to take off Friday and Saturday because this is our week that we do stuff. And then we set a schedule from Sunday to Thursday, so we get times if we need to do something, we can do it and won't have to rush and come and do this. We want to be fresh when we do it.
Yeah.
So the last one we're going to be doing is on never abuse each other, whether it's physical, emotional, or verbal. So we're going to talk about abuse, which is going to be kind of touchy because we're going to get into some things that might be a little edgy. So be prepared. That's our Sunday night broadcast that we're going to be doing. That starts our week. So we thank God for you being with us, those that have been with us through the whole series. Thank God for being with us. If you're looking at this after the fact, just let us comment and let us know what you think. Also on Periscope, we want you to put some hearts in there and let us know what you think of it as well. We're trying to get us our Facebook Live back up soon. Hopefully, I'm going to work on that so we can get that squared away. And we're also on Mob Crush if you're that type of person that looks at that. You can check us out there. Hopefully, they put it up right. Because we had an issue with it, that all the titles were all the same. So, and probably the wrong title on this one too. So, but like I say, just check us out. EmbraceMarriageTogether.com.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's waiting on me.
Yeah,
So,
just let my wife say when she give you a benediction.
Yeah. All right. I'd like to say to everyone, embrace God, embrace marriage, embrace love, and that will be different. And remember that put God first, no matter what. Set your priorities in order.
Amen.
Good night.
God bless you. We'll see you on the next time.